Hey, we did it.
There
Third time's the charm, baby.
we go.
What's up?
Much attempting to put the shop together, but
Oh my god, look at those microwaves.
just going to town.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do a quick intro. So I am interviewing Jordan Manzanares. Who's this guy? I think most of you probably follow him. That is currently in this chat, and you make blasters, which are high-powered Nerf guns, and you have an Etsy shop where you sell them. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's describe that a little bit more. So, what is a high-powered Nerf gun or a blaster?
So it's imagine a target Nerf gun, something you'd buy, something we probably all played with. You know, you can take them out the field, and then give it a lot more power, like closer to like a paintball guns. Or it is so dark in here.
You can kind of see it. Hey, that's a good lighting.
What was that? And so then you get something like this. And it's just, these are used for more hobbyists. Like you can, I mean, my favorite thing is you can take them to a park convention because they are, Nerf guns. But we use blasters instead of guns because we don't want to be, that's better light.
Yeah.
We don't want to be, you know, associating our sport with
Guns?
and so, yeah, you don't want to make that association. So blasters, darts, we don't say bullets. We don't use any of the gun terminology because it's supposed to be fun. And if people are getting the idea that we're running around with guns in parks, then it ruins the fun for everyone else. So we're trying to keep it nice.
I believe it. Wait, let me see that one again that you just held up.
This is the most recent one.
What's it called?
This is the Miscreant.
Okay.
It's a bullpup with magazines behind the grip. It feels like I had to stretch really far. But so this is the one that I'm. Oh, this so the grip on top is something I haven't released yet, but it's like the rail riser. I'm trying to get it stable and sturdy and take on and off. The rest of the blaster is, it's out and ready to go.
Yeah, so you measure these in like feet per second, so what they actually shoot
Yeah.
the dart out at, right? So what is that one?
Yeah, this one is mine. I tuned it and spent a lot of work with it. Initially, this one with the spring will shoot at 260. But with this spring, this K25 spring, this one shoots at 290 right now, which is, like, I think fields usually paintball guns at 270, 275, around that speed. So they'll be shooting about as strong as a paintball gun.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, if you want to see, so this is the one you can get from Target. And it's a slightly better spring in it.
Yeah. Oh.
I have one. This we go. And so this is if you just shoot like a box, right? So these holes are pre-existing, but if you just shoot it like, I don't know, you saw a little bounce, right?
Yeah. So those are holes in that box from that.
Yeah. So then this is the Miscreant. That you shoot.
Damn.
So that'll leave.
Oh my god. That's so rad.
Oh, see, that one didn't even stop. That one, like, depending on the dart, like, see, this one stopped. I went farther away, and this one punched through. Like, it just depends on the quality of the dart with FPS you get. Oh, see, this one's already torn up, and, like, bad darts. Like, that's the you have to figure out which ones are good. But for the most part, he'll shoot just about anything above 250. Yeah. Brian says, true Nerf sniper. Yeah, this thing I think is pretty accurate to like maybe about 100 feet. Like I could hit things about the size of a chalk bag. Like that's chalk bag is for timing, but like you can even see it. I can't tell what I'm aiming at. It's hard to do both.
Damn. So there's a few questions in the chat, and I think it's En's Arms, Ennis. Tell them about the durability test.
Oh yeah, so I haven't had the chance to try other 3D printed blasters just because it's been busy trying to start a business. It's like it is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I know, right? Ground up starting, like you don't have a lot of free time. But yeah, so I haven't had the chance to try the durability of other ones. One thing I really wanted to do was make sure that everything I made was super, super tough, right? Like I didn't want you to be running around and then, sometimes you play in a nice open field, but sometimes you'll play in like tight quarters. And if you come around something and then like accidentally hit something, you come around, you turn really fast. You don't want your blaster to just, fall apart. So for this one, I did tests where I would put it across gaps. Like I don't have any good gaps because this is my usual setup. I'll find something.
Okay, so we're going to be putting this whole chat on the podcast as well. So currently Jordan is just smashing that gun on stuff and trying to find other places to smash it so that those sounds you hear is that happening. And apparently your shit doesn't fall apart. Somebody in the chat says nothing else I have is as rigged as Manzin Designs. That's quite the compliment. You're very rigged.
Yeah, it's I definitely I try to make sure they have no flex in them.
Yeah.
So like you want to be able to crank these things like so I have it race between my legs, but I mean Zen knows like I climb like I've got pretty strong grips. Like if I'm cranking it and it's not moving, it's probably not gonna move. Like especially this new one. This new one has just tons of pins all the way through it. It has like main supports that run through the length of it. And then each of these has multiple metal pins that keep it secured at all points. So nothing's gonna flex or break.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody says you like to make fake harpoon guns. Is that what it says?
Oh, I didn't chat.
Oh, and then the car test. You gotta mention the car test.
Oh.
Put a bunch of fire emojis in here.
So I don't have. That was the scam. That's the one that predates this one. This one I based the design like for the airflow system. I based it on another one I designed, which was the Scamp, which is a small pistol I made. Mm-hmm. And my Instagram, I think, at the very least on my YouTube channel, one of them will have a video of me running it over with my car. So I just laid it out on the road, ran it over my car, and then did some firing just to prove it still worked being crushed. Because I'm pretty sure you could take this, target one, and run it over with a car, and it would just crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the magazine that you buy like separately. That's like these are designed and they're sold. They're like injection molded. Like they're just solid. That actually broke before the blaster.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this? Like what? How did you find this? And I guess a secondary question to that is like, how did you get into designing, 3D printing? Where did this start?
So I guess the very beginning would be just growing up. I liked taking things apart. I like building things. And then I went to school for physics and engineering. And then during the pandemic, when I graduated, I couldn't find work. I had nothing to do. So I went on unemployment, and they sent me a check. So I bought a printer. I was like, okay, like I'm living at home. Let me just start this. And then I started picking up odd jobs, and I was able to expand from there. I was using that printer just to make random little things for like my brother and my friends. And then I made one blaster, which was just going to be, it was just, we wanted Nerf guns to play with, Nerf blasters to play with. And we decided, like I figured I could make one of these, right? You know, it's a spring and it pushes air and it shoots a little dart. And that's the basic thing. They're just potato. Like at the base of it, every single blast, there's a pin, and that's no matter what shape it is, no matter what way the air flows, they're essentially the same. And so I put for me, my cousin, and my brother, and I posted it on Reddit just because I was like, "Wow, look at this thing! It leaves welts. You can shoot yourself with it." And then found out there was a whole community, really big community, and they're actually, you know, super like enthusiastic and supportive.
Wait, so you made this first before you saw anybody else design these?
Yeah, not this particular one. I have one that's I'll post pictures of it later, but it was just like a at-home project.
Wow,
like,
and then you found a community for it afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh my god! See, I didn't know that. That's like extra crazy.
So that's where I started coaching it, and then like I had heard like some people were like talking about like the Nerf things, you know, because like we knew you could upgrade like your Nerf guns with springs, but it wasn't like we basically used like sprinkler springs initially when my brother and I would make stuff, and then we went on and like I think the first spring I used was I don't even know, something I picked up at like Home Depot. Like we found a sprinkler that had like a nice big compression in it. And I just took that spring out. I put it in like a small piece of polycarbonate tube, and then from there I just started like I like had learned about like the brass pushers. Like I found that online. I didn't know there was like community. I was just like, oh, like someone else has done this. So I used like 2 layers of brass to push it through. And then once I got that working, I just started adding stuff to it. And then I found the community and started like once I realized that there were so many people involved in it, I was able to talk to people and get feedback and really start developing it. And that was the first one I made. That was the Ruffian, which is like a rifle, really long, really awkwardly long because I mean, first design, you know, no idea.
Yeah.
No stock. It's a very awkward design, but it shoots really hard. And stock, it's I want to say like with the big spring, like without changing anything else, I think it's I want to say 5th or 6th right now on like the hardest or fastest shooting blasters that have been designed. Like there's like a little
really
and both of mine, the Miscreant and the Ruffian, are both in the top, and those are stock, not with extra tuning or those have both been ones I had to change out the spring. Like right before shipping them out to a like an order. Like they were just ordered blasters that I put the new springs in just to test. Got the FPS number, shot about 5 shots, got the average, and those are both top 10 right now.
yeah.
At least I think. Last I checked, within the last like few weeks, they were top 10. But yeah.
And you're still designing new stuff, so you never know. You'll probably get first, I believe it. Nothing Blasters said they got into this the same way. So I guess assuming back, just making it and then finding your community afterwards.
Yeah, like it's really cool. Like it's like the engineers I think kind of stumble into it because we're just kind of you start off, you want to make a project. We've all played Nerf blasters. We've all had college dorm fights and sit there and shoot your friends from behind the couch. But then, we just had free time.
Yeah.
I mean, the pandemic, we all just had to figure out something to do.
And you want like an adult version. You want one that can actually give you a weld.
Yeah, you want
something that actually shoots a little bit,
you want to do grab that corner, really punish your friends.
Yeah. Let's see your 3D printers. I have never really seen one in person. Just tell me about them a little bit. Like, what goes into it? How long does it take to actually make a blaster? And then why do you have 6 or 5 of them?
So this blaster right now takes about 90 hours to print.
19 or 90?
90.
Oh shit.
So it takes a long time. I printed like really nice, like you can see like really high quality, like even really close. Like this one's not been clean because I'm not shipping it out, but like I try to make sure that everything looks really nice. If it
Really
doesn't,
clean lines, like you don't see any gaps on the stuff.
yeah. So see, like this one, like if it doesn't like meet like my quality, like it needs to look nice. If it doesn't like pass like what I just decide as like a good print, then like stuff like this where it's like you see like this was printed too hot and see how it left like these weird warping little engravings all over it.
Yeah. So do you set a temperature for each one? Do you like dial it in like an easy bake oven?
Yeah, so for the most part, most of the filament, like these little rolls, they all print roughly the same temperature. But every once in a while you get a filament. Like this gray was a pain, so I had to print this part 3 times before I could ship it out because it looked awful.
Yeah, so let's go back, like starting with so you make the design. And then to set up the printer, you have these like little rolls that are just like plastic, some sort of like I don't know, it looks like a wire roll.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of colors right now. When some of these are for like custom orders, like here's green. So it's just under the lights, you can see it. It's just a spool of plastic, and this is like the part that goes into the printer. Just this little plastic wire. That's and then it gets fed into this little feeder right here, which runs it in through that tube. And that goes down to this. I don't know how to make this brighter if I can.
I can see it. Wait, that's making something right now?
Yeah, so this is printing.
Whoa. That's so cool.
And like this guy's doing the same set but in orange for a different order.
Okay, so you make it piece by piece for every section of it.
Yeah.
Do you kind of like batch them out, or you just make them per order?
Yeah, so like this one, the miscreant, because it was just getting too difficult. I used to do 3 colors where everyone could just choose whatever ones they wanted, but it was getting just way too hard to manage it because with 20 orders and different things, it just got too difficult. So this one is now set where the black is a fixed color all the way through because for my sanity, I couldn't deal with organizing it. I have 3 blasters.
It's too much. It's too much. And it just makes sense. Certain parts are just certain colors.
Yeah, and especially with this being like a 90-hour print, if I can take the 30 hours down by, I can return it faster.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise, people.
Yeah, but.
So what are you making right now? Like what I guess how many orders do you have? Are you just kind of making these tests or?
Yeah, so I have 7 orders going on right now that I'm working on. So this is for the miscreant. This piece is an 11-hour, and it's going to be this blue spot, but in purple. And then these 2 are for this camp. These are just sections of it, like the interior and 1 outer layer.
Okay.
And so I don't know if you can see that any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it prints it in segments. And then and then I put it together. Like that's what this file. This is another misprint I'm working working on.
How many pieces go into a miscreant?
Ooh, I
Do you
think
get
it's
to print?
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, 26 pieces.
Damn.
So there's 26 parts. Like, I'm pretty sure 26. I might be missing, but
Yeah, that's close
yeah.
enough. That's
Bunch
cool.
of internal section, like inside the tube, like pieces, and then little pieces like pusher and maker, and underneath, like little arms that connect things together. And then, of course, there's hardware, which is I don't even know how many pieces. A ton.
Yeah, that's good on the counting.
Yeah.
Let's talk business. So I just saw on your shop that you have sold 211 items. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it feels weird. It feels weird. It's a weird place.
So this is like happening for you, and people seem genuinely interested.
Yeah. It's like it definitely comes from like the hobby, you know. Like I don't this none of this exists without like the enthusiasm from the community, you know. It just kind of feels something I just kind of like fell into, you know. Like I started making it. I like the people, like posting things and people were like, "This is so cool!" Like immediately, you know. And like they're still supporting me now. Like you know, I've definitely seen a few of them who were like first day when I posted stuff, like immediately supporting me. And I've definitely seen their names in the chat, like popping around. Like definitely it's good here right now.
Would you say most people found you on through Reddit or how?
I think initially it was Reddit, and then I learned about the community, and then I reached out to a few YouTubers like Captain Xavier and Drac, or Lord Dracanical, and they're both like big Nerf YouTubers. And I reached out to them and was like, "Hey, you know, you guys want to do a like review? Like, I made a thing. Like, would you guys be interested in checking it out? Like, I'll just send you one for free, and you guys can, you know, let me know what your thoughts are. You know, I'd love to see it." And then from there, they would, you know, post videos, and that's how like I kind of generated it. And
But they just like hell yeah.
yeah, they're like, "Yeah, this is sick," you know, like something to do.
Yeah,
And so,
what do they say about your work?
I mean, so far it's been pretty positive.
So far, nothing but good things.
Yeah.
I guess until one falls apart, which it's not gonna. I think just
Yeah.
need to run it over with a tank next and see how that goes.
Yeah, I did a ladder shot, but camped from about 18 feet out, which is better than my phone. So
That's for sure. And Builder BB said, "We are lazy. Jordan does the work for us." Pretty cool. So do you also sell like just the general designs? Like somebody else could 3D print them, or is that?
So I haven't put it for the miscreant yet because I've just been, you know, I got COVID in January, and then I moved, started a new job, and I just haven't had time to make a build video because you have to sit down and put it all together. Otherwise, people just have hardware kits and no idea what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I sell them as, if they wanted to, they could buy it just as parts and like the hardware, which is in this box. This is getting low, so I have to read the hardware kit. But I will, like, I put together hardware kits and I hand make everything, right? So it's just metal sheets or metal, like, bars. And I'll cut it, drill it, clean it, and do all that by hand. Same with the threaded rods. Same with the plug tube, cut it all down. These I've made. It's all done by hand. I try to clean it up as best I can. I package it all. And if they order just the hardware, when they buy it, I'll just link them to Discord. I keep all the files included. So if I change something, then you can just grab it. You know, it's not like okay, I have to email 140 people. It's just one spot.
That sounds good.
And then I do it through Discord. like Thingiverse because I feel like it prevents scalping, which is another big problem. And I've seen it happen to a lot of designers, and it's just we put so much work into these designs. I'm not sure if people really grasp it.
So wait, you're on Discord and YouTube and Reddit. I guess where can people find you for well, and Etsy and Instagram? I guess where is the best place for people to find you in those terms, or do you have a Discord for this, or is there a Discord for the Blaster community?
There's a few Discords, like there's individual ones that kind of scatter around. I have my Discord, which is Man's Entertainments, and that's a good spot to reach. Like it's I just kind of do little posts, updates. It's not super like aggressively like social media, but I'll chat with people and just kind of hang out, post weird random thoughts or pictures of what I'm working on. Because I don't have any pictures up of like new stuff, but they've all seen it in the Discord. But I think the best place to like see what's going on is Instagram. And then I'm trying to do YouTube. YouTube's very hard.
Yeah. Hey, well, you can put this on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
But yeah, Instagram's definitely the easiest for me right now. I'm going to be posting more now that I feel better. Now that I've recovered from COVID. And
yeah, that COVID wrecked you.
Dude, COVID, it's like 4 weeks of dying.
Well, I'm glad you feel better. What's next for the business? Are you designing anything else? Kind of get into any other things, or just trucking along, making this happen, getting out orders?
It's a mix of getting all the orders done, trying to reach out to people. I have another YouTuber, Walcom, doing a review for me, and he's reviewing the Scamp and the Miscreant. But I'm working on like a pump kit for the Scamp, like a conversion kit to make it more of a like carbine style instead of just the pistol. And so he's like, once I finish that, I'm sending him a review. And then I'm also working on a lever action, which will be based on the Miscreant as well.
So like kind of like a BB gun almost, like that for lever.
Yeah, like Red Rider, like
nice.
And so you push it forward, like Terminator, any of those.
Yeah.
Because I want to do this year. I want to do a set. Like last year I did the Ruffian, the Scamp, and the Miscreant, which were all done last year. And then this year I want to try to design. I don't know what the names would even begin to be, but I want to do a Winchester style, like a lever action, cowboy style. I want to do a double barrel shotgun, break action, and I want to do a revolver. So I want to do a third beam. Like that. That'd be fun to do. Seems hard. I've been working on the designs. They are very difficult.
I bet. I want to see a double barrel shotgun real bad. I got to get one from you at some point.
Yeah.
The cash flow is coming in. It's gonna happen. I'm sure my girlfriend would love to see a blaster around the house. That's gonna be great.
I'll make her happy.
Oh yeah, I'll buy it for her. It's like one of those presents you get for yourself, but it's really So I don't know if anybody out there has any questions at the current moment, but I can read if you do. Anything you want to say to like kind of the community that has supported you, or anything out to the people who've bought anything or just like kind of enjoyed your work?
I mean, it's always thankful. It's like every time I'm working on something, no matter what, I've had days where I'm exhausted, but it's just like I really, really don't like have any of this without you guys. Like any of the support that I get is like I honestly can't. It feels weird, I always believe that it's like crazy, but it feels insane now. Like last May or 2 Mays ago, I just was like, I'm gonna make something and put it on the internet, and it's gotten to the point where I own 6 3D printers. I have like a group of friends online that I can chat with and just talk to, and there's people in the community who are just so interested in like there's people here watching us. That's crazy to me. Like,
yeah, there's people watching this right now. It's pretty wild.
It's weird to be like, there's always people like, oh well, you kind of think about it initially. Oh, that's 100 people or 200 people or 50 people, or however many people are watching or supporting you or in Discord, and you're like, you think, well, that's not big, like whatever. The big YouTubers have millions, but then you're like, if all of us were in a room together hanging out, like it's a packed room. Like
It is.
it's tight. Conference hall.
So, with Ennie's arms, am I saying that right? I hope so. En's arms. How do you get your blasters to be so durable? Like, what? You got any tricks? You got any? Was it just trial and error, or was there something you were looking for during design that just maybe set yours apart?
It's a mix, I think, of design, like the design itself. I take any sharp edges, I chamfer them, I make sure they're nice and curved so that there's no break point to it.
NS. Got it, thank you.
NS, yeah, cool. And but I print them like the way I do it is I always thought it was all about info. Definitely, like, you want to have thicker walls on prints. So if you can see it on here, you should be able to see some of the walls.
Yeah.
Like something to point with. You can see like all the walls are right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're very thick all the way around the outside. I don't have any that are, I guess, these are supports. Like you can see how thin they can be. Like, because you can print stuff very thinly and it'll print fast, right? If you do low infill, like 10% infill with like one or two walls, you'll have and it'll. But realistically, if you hit it against something wrong angle or like something just jabs it with like a point, that's just how things break. They don't have a lot of durability.
So like rounded edges kind of was like the first thing you said, and then just making stuff thicker, which it's cool. It goes into like how fast it shoots and how durable it is. It's just really the attention to detail and just trying to actually make it better. Because you can put out just the shitty target Nerf guns and it's probably really cheap to produce.
And then
it's cool to just hear like the 1% better you're doing on everything actually does affect it. You're not just not a shot in the dark.
Yeah. Pack. What? Pack Red Henry.
Pack with Henry. I think I'm hoping saying that right. This is the fun part, just like pronouncing people's names on Instagram. We'll get better at it. Have you always been into creating stuff? You kind of mentioned that earlier.
Definitely have. I think I don't even know. Legos, of course. Even
that was your jam.
I loved Legos. Lego.
Did you have a favorite Lego set or a memorable Lego set from back in the day?
It was always. I built it, and then it would break immediately, and we'd build something else. That was
your first idea for the blaster design. You're like, I'm gonna try to make it not break.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Just needs to not I'm not the most. How would I say it? I'm pretty clumsy, so just about everything I own has been dropped at some point. So I figured if I'm going to make something, it has to be able to survive me. And I've dropped Legos, I've dropped projects. I made, safety was another big one because I have a tendency to make things and then just be really happy with them. I made a Assassin's Creed hidden blade that you could launch by flicking your wrist back, and I was demonstrating it to our buddy Ben. And this was the beginning of high school. I was trying to get it to work and it just wasn't working. And I flicked it like this, and I shot it through my lip. Into my mouth. And
oh my God.
I just remember Ben's face. It's horrified. He saw him die.
He's like, you dumbass. That's great. I freaking love that.
Yeah, I always
no, God.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should start wrapping this up. This has been so cool. I'm glad that everybody's out there. I'm going to give myself a shout out now. This is my name is Zen Perry, and I do Breaking North podcast, where I interview creators, characters, people who are starting small businesses, and just like to hear crazy stories, like my friend who designs blasters, for example. And so if you're interested in that, this is going to be on the podcast. So I'm going to throw this right out there. And if you're interested in checking out Instagram and all that stuff, Breaking North Podcasts, you can find me everywhere. Jordan, give me the rundown. Where can people find you? How can people buy your shit?
Everything is Man's Man Designs. So on this Instagram, the name is, you'll find it on Facebook, through Etsy, Instagram. I can post a link in my Instagram for the Discord.
Yeah.
If you on message, however it works. If you're just like kind of casually looking by it, definitely check out the Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, Facebook works. I'm or Metaverse or whatever it is now. I'm very rarely on it, so it's very hard to keep in contact because I don't know about it.
Dude, we'll have a blaster fight in the Metaverse. That sounds really fun.
That'd be actually, honestly, I got the new files.
Yeah, hey, NS Arms put Etsy.com for you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so people check that out. Dude, this has been super fun. I would love to, when you get your next designs out, maybe we'll do another one if all your people are interested. Oh, Mackenzie, super sorry, we're leaving now. Well, cool, everybody. Thanks. This is Breaking North Podcast. If you want to check that out. Later, Jordan, I'll talk to you real soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon, man.
All right, later. Bye.